Why some of the most well-known and influential cardinals in the world cannot become the next pope after the passing of Pope Francis. What does it take to be worthy of becoming the pope, the spiritual leader of over 1 billion Catholics? Is it wisdom, compassion, experience, or something else entirely? Each time the Church is tasked with selecting a new pope, the world watches with bated breath. The sight of white smoke rising from the Sistine Chapel marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Catholic Church. A new leader, a fresh direction, and a sense of hope. However, while many cardinals enter the conclave with high aspirations, not all of them are destined or even eligible to become pope. Surprisingly, even some of the most admired and respected cardinals may never ascend to the papacy. But why? The reasons go far beyond mere politics or popularity. In this video, we'll explore the untold stories of 6 cardinals who will never become pope, despite their many accomplishments. We'll uncover the deeper rules, shifting expectations, and unique challenges that stand in their way. Stay with us as we delve into the hidden realities of papal selection. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Scripture Wisdom for more deep and insightful videos just like this one. Let's begin with Cardinal Péter Erdő from Hungary. He's a towering figure in the Catholic intellectual world, known for his sharp mind and deep commitment to tradition. As the Archbishop of Esztergom, Budapest, Erdő has spent years defending the Church's teachings and upholding the values of European Catholicism. Many see him as the ideal candidate for those who value theological strength and discipline. However, the global Church is changing fast. The future of Catholicism is no longer centered in Europe. It's growing rapidly in Africa, Asia, and Latin America, regions with different social challenges and cultural expectations. Cardinal Erdő, with his strong ties to the European traditions of the Church, may seem outdated to many. His conservative positions on marriage, women's roles, and other social issues, while respected by some, could alienate the rising generation of Catholics. Choosing him might be seen as clinging to the past instead of embracing a more diverse and global future. Now let's talk about Cardinal Luis Tagle from the Philippines. Often called the Asian Francis, he's loved for his humility, storytelling, and deep compassion for the poor. He has a gentle way of speaking that touches people's hearts. His leadership style mirrors that of Pope Francis, simple, warm, and focused on mercy and justice. Millions admire him for his connection with everyday people. However, running the Vatican is not just about compassion. It's about managing one of the world's most complex institutions. Tagle has little experience with the kind of tough administrative decisions required to run the Church. Some worry he may lack the strength to handle power struggles, financial reforms, and global diplomacy. Also, because he is closely associated with Pope Francis, those cardinals who want to take the Church in a new direction may hesitate to choose someone who represents more of the same. So despite his popularity, Cardinal Tagle may never be elected. Next on our list is Cardinal Pietro Parolin from Italy, the current Vatican Secretary of State. He's considered one of the best diplomats in the Church, having played key roles in major negotiations, from improving relations with Cuba to sensitive talks with China. He understands how the Vatican operates, perhaps better than anyone. Yet this strength could also be his weakness. Many believe the Church now needs not just a manager or negotiator, but a spiritual leader who can inspire change. Parolin's deep roots in Vatican bureaucracy could make him appear as a symbol of the old system, a system many want to reform. His diplomatic background might not match what the faithful are looking for in a time of spiritual renewal. The Church needs a bold, visionary figure, someone who can rekindle faith and lead with purpose, not just navigate politics behind closed doors. This is why, despite his impressive resume, Parolin may never become pope. Then there's Cardinal Péter Erdő from Ghana, a moral powerhouse known for standing up for the environment, justice, and the poor. He has been a key voice in climate discussions and speaks passionately about issues that affect the vulnerable. Erdő represents the Church's conscience on many of today's most urgent global problems. He also brings a much-needed voice from Africa, a continent where Catholicism is growing fast. So why might he not become pope? One reason is his complicated time leading the Vatican's Department for Social Development. Critics say he struggled to manage the department effectively. Others believe he may not have the political support needed to gather votes in the conclave. His outspokenness, while admired by many, could make him seem risky to others who prefer a more controlled and diplomatic leader. The papacy, after all, involves navigating internal church politics as much as it does addressing the outside world. Let's now look at Cardinal Christoph Schönborn of Austria. He is a gifted theologian and was even a student of Pope Benedict XVI. Many respect him for his clarity and wisdom on church teachings. He also played a major role in creating the Catechism of the Catholic Church. Schönborn has often taken moderate stances, seeking to build bridges between conservatives and progressives. But this balancing act has made some cardinals unsure of where he truly stands. Is he a reformer or a traditionalist? That uncertainty can be a problem in a papal election. On top of that, Schönborn has health issues and has himself said he does not wish to become pope. Age and personal desire can weigh heavily in such decisions. In the end, despite his deep knowledge and experience, Schönborn may remain a respected elder statesman in the Church without ever becoming its leader. Lastly, we have Cardinal Sean O'Malley from the United States. Known for his Franciscan humility and efforts to combat sexual abuse in the Church, he has earned global respect. He wears the traditional brown robe of his order and prefers simplicity over luxury. O'Malley has been one of the few who publicly acknowledged and worked to fix the Church's failings in handling abuse cases. But being from the U.S. may work against him. The Vatican is often cautious about appearing too politically aligned, and choosing an American pope might make the Church seem too close to U.S. politics. Furthermore, while O'Malley is admired for his honesty and pastoral care, some say he is too low profile for the high visibility required of a pope. Others worry that the abuse scandals in the U.S., despite his efforts, may cast a long shadow over his candidacy. For these reasons, even a man as admirable as Cardinal O'Malley may never be elected. The role of Pope is one of the most unique and powerful spiritual positions in the world. But as we've seen today, not every cardinal, no matter how holy, wise, or experienced, is destined to wear the white robe. Each of the 6 cardinals we discussed brings something valuable to the Church: strong theology, deep compassion, administrative skill, moral courage, or diplomatic expertise. Yet the reasons they may never become pope are just as complex as the challenges the Church faces today. From global diversity to church reform, and from health to political optics, the path to the papacy is shaped by many visible and invisible factors. So what can we learn from this? Sometimes leadership isn't about being the most qualified on paper, but about being the right person for the moment. And for the Church, that moment is always changing. If this video gave you a deeper insight into the Church and its leadership, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Scripture Wisdom. We have more powerful and eye-opening content coming soon. Until then, stay inspired, stay informed, and keep seeking truth.